Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about Cambridge Analytica and Facebook and why I think it might be a good idea to delete your Facebook account. Do you really need to go that far? Well, let's find out. Let's try to make sense of all the stuff that happened. Just for the people who may not know, I'm going to give a quick 1-2 sentence summary of what actually happened. So, using third-party apps, Cambridge Analytica gained access to millions of Facebook profiles. If you accepted an app, and if you open an app and it sometimes says, hey, can we access your Facebook page, log in using your Facebook. If you use that login and you allowed this app to access your Facebook, Cambridge Analytica would then not only have access to your information, but also to the information of all your contacts and everyone in your circle. So they would then analyze that data and then they would influence opinions by creating memes and graphics based on false information. So they basically created content that people would want to see if you want to confirm your bias, right? So in order to influence elections, for example, whether it's about Brexit or about Trump. And above all this, obviously, because that's the machine that facilitates practices like this, is Facebook, right? So at the moment, everyone's getting very angry at Facebook, and one would think that Facebook would actively try to avoid such practices, right? That they're like, oh, wait, you're actively influencing the elections, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. And not only is it like a private person that does it, but actually I'm sure Facebook was aware that these corporations like Cambridge Analytica behind it, systematically shaping opinion and spreading false information, but in fact, Facebook actively avoided to put regulations in place to maximize their profits, right? Despite them being able to see the terrible effects that all this practice has, they still avoided putting these regulations in place. And like I said, now everyone's really upset about Facebook and people are like, how dare you don't protect my data, Facebook, and how dare you support and gain profit from spreading false information? You're really, really bad. But come on, let's be honest here. Are you really surprised that Facebook shares your information, basically sells your information and makes profit of that? I mean, there were these memes like 5 years ago where they were like, if a product is free, you are the product, right? That's not news. Do you know what I think? I think a lot of people just have a hard time understanding these things, right? They're like, I'm on Facebook, this is fun, I can see my friends. And someone's like, well, actually, mate, you are the product, right? And it's like, yeah, but I'm on Facebook and my friends are here. And it's like, okay, all right. And now you can actively see what that means. You are the product, right? You get these catered messages. You get basically from massive corporations lies being fed into you that make you believe one thing. But the fact that Facebook is supporting these practices or not actively acting against them is not really surprising. Do you know what's really surprising and what's the actual shocker for me in this whole story? It's not Facebook. It's not that Facebook shares this information. I don't give a crap about that. All this is why I never joined Facebook, right? It's just ridiculous. If you create a machine like this, it will be abused. From day one, it was clear that this will go to shit. Obviously, nobody could finger point exactly what would happen, but here we go, right? And stuff like this happened before. Anyway, the real shock in regard to this whole Cambridge Analytica story is how efficiently public opinion is engineered using misinformation, lies, and deception, right? So the fact that Facebook compromised that private content with third parties, that's not shocking at all. But the fact that we can really engineer these opinions is scary. And again, a lot of people might still be like, oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about, mate. Let's boil it down. How does it work? I give you an example. I give you a very concrete example. You write on your Facebook wall, that the government sucks and that you pay too much tax and nothing happens, and whatever your government is, whether it was the Obama administration or whether here in the UK, it doesn't matter what government it is. You write these things, your opinions, you share your opinions. That is then analyzed, yet you're put into a pot with, many other people who have the same thoughts, and then Cambridge Analytica creates content for you, for these people. It's fake content. It has most of the time not much to do with any truth, right? They create whole websites that break down why the government is corrupt and why we all pay way too much tax and why we all need drastic change right now. And it really encourages your opinions, it makes you feel confident to share this with your friends, and it might actually move you to make that decision and to vote for someone like Trump or to vote for something idiotic like Brexit. And here we go. Here we have a machine. And I'm not saying that this is the only, that it's like an information wonder machine where suddenly we shape opinions of millions. No, but it is in my opinion, a massive puzzle piece in how opinions are shaped and how elections are won in 2018, and it's wrong. This should be regulated. These kind of companies should not be allowed to gain money or profit big time from creating and spreading false information, right? And putting people in corners where they really shouldn't be, because it's bullshit. It makes no sense if you think logically. It shows what power a platform like Facebook has, and in combination with a company like Cambridge Analytica. And again, I don't think Facebook is a problem here. It's not a Facebook story. Google is equally problematic, right? So if they can influence the search results, and I've often had it that different people on different machines get completely different search results, right? So there is some kind of manipulation happening in the background. God knows if it's the algorithm doing this automatically or whether it's actually shaped, to create opinions, to make you buy products, whatever it is. But this stuff is scary, right? And this stuff is not right, because we have this massive universe that is all information that was ever created, and it's called the internet, but at the same time it's abused on all ends, right? And everyone uses it to spread false information. And yes, we have it, but this basically renders it unusable, because many people have a hard time to actually see what's real information and what's not. And they believe certain sites to spread real information when actually it's just bullshit. It's just complete nonsense they're spreading. And we can see slowly stuff happening that tries to have an effect or make a change in that field. For example, YouTube has now Wikipedia overlays in conspiracy theory documentaries. So when you watch a conspiracy documentary and they say, humans were created only 1,000 years ago by an alien race, there would maybe be a Wikipedia article popping up in the corner that tells you, actually, humans evolved like this, and that's kind of where it comes from. Which, ironically enough, just on a side note, has led to a lot of people changing Wikipedia articles, because they're like, no, humans were created 1,000 years ago by aliens, so they changed this. So it is literally a war of information right now, and everyone tries to create their own reality with their own information, and it doesn't seem to play a big role whether it's true or not, or false or whatever. And companies like Cambridge Analytica are only destructive in this process. These companies have no ethical boundaries where to go and what not to do, so we need to regulate them. They only create confusion for the best of the world. Shut these companies down, okay? And that's the true scandal for me. Facebook, you can delete your Facebook page. You can do that. I don't have one. I live very nicely without it. I don't think you have to do it, but be aware of these things happening, right? These things are happening all the time. Everything you see is catered for you, is tailored to you. Every little piece of advertising, every piece of political information. Don't be influenced by it, right? Don't take it as the truth. We have to be very, very careful with what we consider true in 2018 and going into the future. So guys, this is my opinion. These are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Are you going to delete your Facebook account? Are you going to keep it? Are you going to create a second one because you think Facebook is fucking awesome? Oh, I said the F word. Oh God, there goes the monetization. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, do all the good things. Leave a comment underneath. Take care, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Bye.